The X. X is next up on PTL. Hello, X.
Hello, how are you, Leonard?
Hey there, X.
Good.
What's on your mind?
Before you ask me anything, you can ask me whatever you want, but I just wanted to, ask Leonard something. Hey, I want you and Brian to go together on Piers Morgan show. I want you there too. I think there's.
I'm popular. I'm not popular.
We'll work on that, but we'll work on that. But let's try to stay on topic here, X. Okay, so X. You've made statements on this show where you think Donald Trump is doing okay. So I want to ask you, what do you make of the fact that Epstein's victims, some of the victims were speaking in D.C. today, and then moments after that press conference, the guy who you said is doing okay said that it was a Democratic hoax. Do you think the Epstein files and Epstein, it's all a Democratic hoax? What do you make of Donald Trump saying that?
The truth will come out. That's what I'm saying. The truth will come out.
I don't know about that.
Hold on, X. Why doesn't Donald Trump want the truth to come out?
I'm saying it will come out.
That's not my question.
Say that. That's
X. That's not my question. I need you to focus. Why doesn't Donald Trump want the truth to come out? That's my question to you.
There's multiple reasons. One possibility is he could be in there.
I think that's a strong possibility. Yeah.
Good job, X. Very good.
What are the other possibilities?
Look, listen, I'm not going to defend people who are right, wrong. That's what I'm saying. I try to give.
What are the other possibilities?
The other possibilities, there's other victims, in there.
No, that's not. Hold on, with respect, that's not a possibility because he can release the files today. Hold on. Let me explain to you why. He could release the files today, but he can redact the names, which they would do, of every single victim. So you're wrong.
And they had 10 victims there today saying we don't care if they know our names.
So just to be clear, X, that is not a possibility. Go ahead, give me another one.
Okay, another possibility that I believe could be is there could be other powerful people
Well, I think that's certainly plausible and a possibility, but is that an excuse to not release the files?
I feel like it's a mix of two sides. There's something going on. That's what I'm saying. Look, listen, the truth will come out.
So how could you say he's doing an okay job then? I don't understand. How can you say he's okay?
Like I said, I said he's doing an okay job on the border. I didn't say about this.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not doing a good job on the border. He's taking away people's rights. He's not giving them due process. He's decided that to send out men in masks who don't identify themselves to throw people in white vans and other vehicles without identifying themselves, without a warrant. And this is in America. This is America. This is not some other country. And you're saying just because it shuts down the border a little bit and it has less people and people are getting deported, it's okay to take away their due process rights, their search and seizure rights, their rights as human beings?
Is
you're
that
saying
okay?
That's a good job?
You can't be litigating, but you can't provide the names. That's what I'm saying. We're going
listen, yes, actually you can. I've given you names like Garcia and other names of people that are not getting due process. I've given you names and you just don't want to face the reality. So let me ask you some specific questions. Is it okay with you for people to get arrested outside of the courtroom when they're trying to go through the judicial process of trying to become naturalized citizens?
What you told them to do.
X, are you okay with agents outside of courtrooms tackling fathers and mothers to the ground without giving them due process when they're trying to do it the right way? Are you okay with that? Yes or no? Just say yes or no.
Obviously not. But but let me explain.
Okay, hold on. No. Hold on. You're the one who said that you like what he's doing with immigration. You just admitted that you're not okay with some of his immigration policy. How do you feel about people?
You're not letting me speak. You're only allowing.
Well, you said that he's doing it. You like
you're only trying to talk about one point. That's what I'm saying.
No, there's several points.
No, that's not true. You said you like his immigration policy.
Can I speak? Yes or no? If I can't speak, then
you can speak. You can speak, but you're not. You just said you're not okay with what he's doing.
Let me just explain to you. That's what I'm saying. You're trying to just put yes and no. Again, if you're not legal, what I'm saying is you don't have the same, your rights are more limited.
Not true. Not true. No, this is why I'm going to interrupt you. Cut him down. Yeah, let's check the Constitution. What does it say in the Constitution, X? Does it say any citizen deserves the right to due process? Or does it say any person deserves the right to due process? As I pod you back up, X, let's take a second grade civics test. Stop talking. Answer my question. Does it say any citizen deserves the right to due process? Don't say okay. or does it say any person?
Fact check the internet.
Answer the question. Does it say any person or any citizen?
Like I said, again, I've explained to you,
no, you're not going to explain to me. No, you're not going to waste my airtime, and you're not going to explain to me anything. You're going to either answer my question, or you could be a coward, and I'm going to hang up the phone. You just said they don't have the right to due process. You have to go by the Constitution. I just asked you a very simple second grade question, which is, and I'm going to repeat it again, and you're going to answer it or the conversation is over.
Come on.
Does it say in the Constitution, will you stop talking? Stop talking and listen and get the MAGA wax out of your ears. Does it say, stop talking?
I'm not MAGA.
Pot him down again. You know what? You might not be MAGA, but you're also not very intelligent. Stop talking and listen.
I'm hoping that he'll answer.
I'm going to ask you one more
time.
On, does it say in our Constitution any citizen deserves the right to due process, or does it say any person deserves the right to due process? Answer the question.
But if I answer, you're not going to interrupt me. That's what I'm saying. Period.
If you answer the question.
Okay. Tell you one thing, if you're a citizen, if you're not a citizen, it's less. For example,
you pod this idiot down again.
He's trying to say that there's a difference between someone who's a citizen and someone's a person. If you were on a cruise ship and you came from another country and you walked onto the shores of New York City, let's say, and something happened where you were arrested or there was a question, that same person who's not a citizen now gets due process. You can't just take them and book them without any due process.
Let me explain to X. X, you could keep talking if you want to, but I'm not listening. In our Constitution, it says any person deserves the right to due process. There aren't innuendos in there. Oh, well, if you're undocumented, you don't get this, this, and this. It says any person deserves the right to due process. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of people that have been deported, that have been sent to El Salvador prisons and other prisons around the world that are one of the highest maximum security prisons on the planet. And Maxwell is being treated better than these people, many of whom have never committed a violent crime in their life. Yet you think he's doing a good job on immigration when he's not giving people the right. See, the problem with you is you don't listen. I'm trying to educate you because you sound like a very uneducated man. And I'm trying.
He didn't listen at all.
And I'm trying to be patient with you, but all you do is you keep talking and you don't listen.
He didn't.
Okay.
He didn't
you
listen.
have no idea what it says in the Constitution. You have no idea. Do you realize how uneducated you are on this issue? Do you understand, X? By the way, what's your real name? Why do you call in as X? Because you don't want people all over the country to know how dumb you are? Why don't you tell us your real name? Why is your name X?
That's for me to know.
Oh, that's for you.
He doesn't want to answer anything.
Yeah. You don't want to answer.
Is he a MAGA? Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
He must have voted for Trump.
He did.
He did. I could tell.
I don't buy anything.
I can tell.
You don't even know what it says in the Constitution. No,
he has no argument.
You don't need to explain to me anything. You're a waste of my time.
He's low information.
You're a waste of my time.